Hello, Cami Miss Levia Chair. I I want to talk. No, I want to share. I want to share my story, and I want to share it so often and enough that it's loud and clear, and it helps others people to recognize that maybe they too can hear their story. My story is I'm a mom, and I love being a mom of six incredible children. These children, I believe, came into my life to help me heal. But I didn't realize I had some healing to do until, of course, the hormones flooded into my body and triggered all these things and taught me, oh, you've been burying some crap. And with the process of having kids, I was able to recognize that. So this is an analogy I use, and this is probably the best way I can describe what happened in my life. So I grew up with the normal philosophy of life during that time, the 1980s and further on, and it just carried on from grandma and mom and generations, is we don't talk about our problems. We'd have a problem, you go to your own self moment, you take care of it, and you swallow it. Swallow your problems. We don't want to hear about it. Swallow your problems. It's just gonna, don't be a drama queen kind of a thing. And so, swallowing your problems, what happens is it builds up pressure within you. So, like a volcano, in your life, you get little earthquakes or smokes, you have little spurts of frustration that come out. But what happens is when you're swallowing your problems, you're compressing and you're making it more compact and stress, and to the point that it doesn't get smaller and go away, it builds pressure and builds and builds and builds until eventually it explodes like a volcano. And that explosion is your heart. Your heart is shutting down your brain. It's saying, I'm sorry, brain, you haven't paid attention to me for who knows how long. So now I'm going to take over and I'm going to solve your problems for you by letting you go through what I call, what the heart is triggering, depression. It's trying to depressurize itself. And so when you go into depression, emotions and thoughts and everything that you ever had held inside you, from insecurities to someone else's words you heard when you were 8, to everything comes back and it starts making you dwell on it. But the only thing you know how to do is swallow it. So while it's erupting, you're literally trying to shove it back in, and you get stuck in this frustrated, exhausted, you don't know how to function place. You go comatose. And I can't tell you how many times as a mom, I've been on the couch all day saying, guys, today we're reading books because I can't function. I am too tired today. I am overwhelmed that my body is just shutting down. My brain feels like it's on fire because it's trying so hard to figure out how to contain the volcano, and my heart is just exploding. You're weepy, you're stressed, you're yelly, and you constantly hear the thoughts exploding out from what was swallowed. Sadly, we live in a world today where how to take care of your heart and your emotions gets left to these two psychologists. Amazing professions, amazing things they're doing, but there's a small group of people that actually understand how to solve the problems. Instead of it being mainstreamed or regular among people where they can go out and have your children learn it so that your children don't end up being in this place. Today, depression is epidemic. It really is an epidemic. People are falling, and people are blaming diets, people are blaming their life circumstances, chemistry, family issues. And I'm kind of like, all these things play a part, but it's not the reason why we got where we're at. We got where we're at because we as a society are so used to putting a band-aid on things and saying, oh, it's going to be okay, rather than actually addressing the situation for what it is. So very boldly, I'm coming onto here today and say, hey, I know what it feels like to be so compressed and to be going through the compression of life. So there you have it. Depression is easily solved when we can recognize why it happened in the first place. And easily, I mean, I don't mean easily. That was a complete light slip of the mouth. It is not easy. It is a lot of hard work. But at the first step into finding out what's going on with you is recognizing what you've swallowed. And so over the last 3.5, 4 years, I've been figuring out why for the last, 10 years or, 9, 10 years, I've been suffering from lack of control over my body, over my mind, over my emotions. I was a very calm, rational, understandable girl growing up, even a more, kind and compassionate adult up into my 20s. And then I had kids, and kids are sent to us to heal us. And that's a whole other topic, but they come into our life to show us, just kidding, you're not as put together as you thought you were. Let me trigger everything within you so you can experience what's wrong so you can fix it. But we don't think about that's what's happening. We just consider it, oh, woe is me. I am not a woe is me person. I mean, I have my days where I'm complaining and whiny and want nothing but sympathy. But when it comes down to it, I want to solve the problem. I want to figure out why I'm this way so I can make it better. And that is what I'm doing here on YouTube, is I'm helping you understand that you can do the same. You can figure out what is causing your depression. And it's as simple as starting to listen to what you're feeling, honoring it, and then using some tools to help you get through those. Over the next few, however long this goes, I will be giving you some tools. I will be working with you and helping you know that these moments are okay. I mentor people all the time about how to work through their moments of fear and they're stuck. And all it comes down to is that moment. I know I'm not a licensed psychologist. I am not a doctor. I am a mom of 6 kids who's 32 and is sick and tired of not knowing how to solve her own problems. So I went out and I sought people who did know how to solve their problems, and I'm just sharing the same message. I'm applying it to depression because depression is a lot of what everyone's going through, and they don't understand it. They don't understand why they can't get up, get above, and move on past a down day. Anywho, I can rant on about this for a while because, well, I probably will, because I love, like I said, well, I get scared to talk until you get me going, and you got me going. But my name is Cami Myslievich, and I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you get out of depression. Click the link below or what's on the screen or whatever, and email me. My packages do cost money, but I'm not beyond helping people through the barrier of all that. So, love you guys. Have a great night or day, whatever time you watch this.